So every once in a while, you might accidentally send somebody a text that meant to go to someone else, or you might butt dial somebody on the phone. Like, people accidentally do things all the time. And I'd probably like, Austin, why the hell are you telling me this? Well, that's because today's story time is about exactly that. It's about somebody that sent me a text on accident, and it was meant to go to somebody else. But this text was a little bit more interesting than your average everyday text, and it definitely made things a little bit awkward between me and this person. Now, I've received text messages on accident, actually a lot of times, from friends and people I know, and I've even accidentally sent texts before to other people that were meant to go to someone else, and I've even told story times about those times. But this one is definitely like one of the top 3 most crazy things I've ever received on my phone, okay? So, hope you enjoy this story time. Leave a like if you do, and let's jump right into this. So this story time takes place when I was 18. It was summertime, and I got invited to go to dinner with my friend and his family. His parents were always super nice people. Me and my friend had been friends for years, so over the course of those years, I got to know his parents and the rest of his family, and they all liked me, and they were just really cool people. So once in a while, they would invite me out to dinners and stuff. So I was like, yeah, for sure, I'll go. So me and my friend hopped in my friend's car, and we went to drive to this restaurant to meet his parents and his grandma there. And while we were on the way there, apparently his mom tried to text me, and it didn't get through to my phone because around this time, I actually just recently changed my number because I was getting random calls and texts and stuff like that. I think my number got leaked. Now, the reason I know that she tried to text me is because when me and my friend got to the restaurant, we got out of the car, and she was there waiting for us with his dad and his grandma. And the first thing she said to me was like, Austin, I was trying to text you, but my messages won't send. And I was like, oh, my bad. Like, I changed my phone number. I completely forgot to give you the new one. I'm sorry. And she's like, it's no problem. I just wanted to make sure you guys were going to the right place. This restaurant has so many different locations. Just want to make sure you guys didn't end up at the wrong one. And I'm like, yeah, I understand. And she's like, I would have texted my son, but he was driving. I didn't want to be a distraction. I'm like, no, I completely get it. I'm going to text you my new number right now. So I pulled up on my phone. I go to her contact, and I text her, hey, this is Austin. And I gave her my new number. So that was pretty much the end of that day, okay? Like, that was when I gave her my new number. Now that night, she must have saved me in her contacts as Austin. Now her husband's name and my friend's dad, his name is also Austin. So you'd think she'd like put me in her contacts under like Austin, son's friend. Or like put her husband as Austin, husband, or Austin, hubby. I don't know what you name your spouse in your phone, okay? I wouldn't know, I'm lonely. But anyway, you'd think she would have us like under separate names of some sort, right? Well, I guess she saved my new contact under just Austin, and her husband must have also been Austin. Because, no joke, like a week later, I'm just sitting in my room on my phone listening to music, and I get a text from my friend's mom, and there's a picture attached. So I open the message, and it's this selfie of her in the mirror right after the shower, and she's almost completely naked. Her bottom half was censored by like an emoji, and then her top half, she had a bra on. And it says, can't wait to see you later on the text. And I'm just like, huh? What? Can't wait to see me later? I'm not going to see her later. Like, she can't be talking to me. So I'm like, all right, yeah, this is definitely an accident. Like, what the hell? So I delete the message. Like, I delete the photo out of my messages. And I reply to her, and I'm like, hey, wrong number. Don't worry, I deleted the photo. I don't have it. And she replied like a minute later, just saying, OMG, I'm so sorry. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, I knew it. Like, I knew it was an accident. There's no way she meant to send that to me. Because first of all, she would never cheat on her husband. And second of all, she would never cheat on her husband with me, of all people, okay? She wouldn't cheat on him with anybody. But, like, I definitely would not be her first pick if she was gonna. So anyway, after she sent me that text, I immediately realized, holy shit, that just happened. And this is going to be extremely awkward, probably forever. So after this all happened, I pretty much just tried to block out that it happened for like the next 20 minutes after. And I start getting a phone call from his mom. And in my head, I'm like, what the hell? Like, why is she calling me 20 minutes later? Like, do I even answer this? Do I keep staring at the screen? Like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And I decided to just answer the phone. So I answer the phone. I'm like, hello. And the first thing she says is, Austin, I am so sorry. And I'm just like, no, don't worry about it. I understand. It was an accident. And she's like, yeah, it was. That was meant to go to Austin, my husband, not you. And I was like, yeah, I figured. Don't worry. I deleted the message. Accidents happen. And she's like, thank you so much. Have a good rest of your night. I'm like, yeah, you too. And that was the end of that phone call. And later that night, my friend came over, and he walks in the front door. And the first thing he does is look at me and says, so, Austin, you saw my mom's tits today, huh? And I was just like, technically no. And he's like, don't worry, man, I'm not mad. And that was a relief to hear, because the way he said that before, it sounded a little bit like there was anger in it. But he wasn't mad. He was just messing around. And he's like, you did actually delete the message she sent you, right? And I was like, yeah, man, of course. And I opened my phone and I went to my messages with his mom and showed him them to prove that that message was not there anymore. And he's like, all right, cool. And I was like, yeah, man, don't worry. So then I asked him, I was like, wait, how'd you find out about all this? He's like, yeah, my mom told me and my dad today at the dinner table. I'm like, wow, is your dad pissed at me? He's like, no, he understands it was an accident. It just might be a little bit awkward for a while. And I was just like, yeah, I probably won't be at any more family dinners. And he's like, nah, man, don't say that. Like, they still like you. It's just a little bit of an awkward situation, but it'll all be good. I'm like, all right, man. So the rest of that night was pretty normal, but I was right when I said probably no more family dinners, because they did not invite me to a single one after this. Pretty much after this, I only just said like hello and goodbye to them when I saw them. But yeah, moral of the story is double check who you're sending your messages to, because it can end in a very awkward situation if you don't. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the end of the story time. I thought it was a pretty funny one. I'm still friends with him, and everything's cool. Everything was good in the end. But yeah, that's the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed this story time. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below, and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys all later. Peace.
Yeah. Controversy, I should worry, but I don't.